welcome back. I'm Maddie Sarajo, claircognizant and tarot reader. Please like, follow, share. Really could use the support. I'm having a very slow following. If you have any suggestions of things that you'd like me to read about, I'm more than happy to cast for you. So please like, comment, especially leave a comment if you are interested, and I will create a reading just for you. All right, for you. Temperance. We love Temperance. Four of Pentacles. Okay, so we're starting to kind of take off those old layers. We have Four of Pentacles here upside down. So it's posed onto you where it's like, this is the next thing that's happening. This is your next event, or it could be an issue that you're having a hard time either resolving or obtaining. But the Four of Pentacles upside down means that you're finally starting to say, you know what? I won't have that. Nah, I don't need that. You know what? I can go without it. I don't know why it comes, you become higher to God or higher with God somehow. It's like, I don't know if it's like the discipline maybe. Here's the Queen of Cups, cherishing yourself, Page of Swords, upside down. So I think there's a sense of like enough is enough here, like you're going to catch something or cut it off at the head. I think that things have just been overwhelming you. Okay, let's just say that, because the Ten of Wands is basically just compounded shit that has been just at your neck for whoever knows how long. And then the Three of Wands. So you see, there's a great outlook here for you. There's somebody here and that's you. I'm not saying somebody here, but I'm just saying in general. You have found your way back to peace. You have found a way to say, I am the most important, I am the mother, and I am also the child. I think that you've started to be more reserved with the way you speak to people or the way you jump at situations. And instead, it looks like you've been observing and you're taking the time to see, all right, well, let me just throw something out there and let's see if it comes back. The Ace of Swords and the Empress. Whatever you're doing is really beautiful. There's a beautiful clarity of mind here. And I like this because the Page of Swords reminds me of kind of like a younger brother or somebody who just talks out of turn a little bit, somebody who has a little bit of ADHD. But then we have the Ace of Swords, which is complete clarity of mind. It's beautiful. The Ten of Swords is convoluted, similar to the Ten of Wands. But when you have the Ace of Swords, it's like lighting this perfect light of energy and dynamic fortitude. This coupled with the Empress, and this is yourself and your emotions card, it's saying that finally who the fuck you are. It was like this beautiful reminder to turn this shit off. I mean, you know what I mean? Just get them the fuck out of there and not even deal with this energy anymore. It's almost like, I know, I finally see, I finally get it. A little bit of self-love turns into a whole lot more, than you bargained for. And it's beautiful. We have the Four of Wands here as people see you. So they see, I see these coming together as when you start to unite these two facets of your personality, how you think of yourself, how you feel about yourself and your actual self, you're pretty unstoppable. Here you're talking about having the first landing of where it is that you want to go. Okay. And then the Ten of Swords here, this is what we were talking about earlier. So it's upside down, which is great. This is also why you need to know the cards upside down. I know all of them upside down really well. The Ten of Wands was saying this is in the past. It's this convoluted, this heavy blanketness of bullshit. And then you have the Ten of Swords upside down. That's saying that little by little things are being alleviated. You're working through them. This dark night of the soul shit, it's in your future that it will be behind you, okay? It's in your future that you will be alleviated of these things. And all that's going to be left is the Four of Wands, right? It is. The Four of Wands, the Empress, the Ace of Swords, you figuring shit out. I mean, your life here, you're going to peel away at the things that are no longer working for you. Everybody says that, things that no longer serve you. But what is that, really? What is the stuff that doesn't really serve you? Let's take a look here. Let's ask Spirit. Okay. Two of Cups upside down. It did come out upside down. So there is a connection. We'll go there. You may have been married. I just got the Hierophant. And the Eight of Cups upside down. So there is a lack of wanting to leave. And then the Queen of Chalices is here. So it looks like you've always known who you were. In here, the Nine of Swords upside down. So it hasn't been that long. It's been I guess recently that you're just like, wow, all this stuff just keeps piling up, piling up, piling up. You know, the Nine of Swords here is having that anxiety, but in the past you weren't willing to work with it. That's why it's upside down. This is why you got to know your upside downs. It says you were not willing to work with it. This you're willing to work with, and this is just a side note. You see the difference? They're both upside down. They both mean shit. They both mean you've absolutely collapsed. This means it's keeping you up of anxiety. This means upside down, you're not working with it. You're not taking the time to go through it. You're just allowing it to keep you up, and you're just scrolling on Facebook, doing everything you can so you don't have to deal with the actual problem. This means you have finally started to deal with the problems. You've started to finally collect and dispose of things that don't work for you. Okay? So, you know what I'm talking about. I know that these feel general sometimes, but like, this is an open reading. However, I do feel like it hits people that are very specific, to be honest. So you have the Devil and the Eight of Pentacles here. A lot of your lessons and things that you have learned, you feel like they're scarred in. Like, you know, it's trauma and things that may have taught you a lesson the hard way. Don't boo-hoo those lessons. All right, the problem is right now, I feel like you still think that's around you because of the lessons you learned, that the enemy is still there. The energy is still there. This reminds me of when I tell a ghost that I don't like in my house. I said, bitch, you work for me. You come in here, you're gonna fucking do whatever I want you to do. You know, and that's just how the feeling I get immediately with this, because what you're doing is you're hanging up the devil to dry. The Hangman is here, removing all of those things about you that you either hate and kind of putting them up like dry pieces of meat, really inspecting them, really taking a look at them, because there's nothing else to do. It's almost like you stop that right in its tracks and say, all right, what I learned from these lessons that involved the devil, that involved this energy of obsession and whatnot, because we're here as Pentacles. So it has to be valuable. It's not upside down. It is valuable. These are lessons that you feel that are scarred in. These remind me of like just capsules of scar tissue filled with like whatever is on the inside that taught you the lesson. Black birds may be significant to you, like crows or ravens, or even just simple black birds. They kind of call out to you. Be aware that that is your spirit guide talking. They want to see you succeed. They are pulling for you to succeed. They're asking you to remember when it gets hard that you have the ability to pull it together. You are no longer at square one. You are now really starting to break ground and move along here in your program or whatever it is that you have planned for yourself. So good for you. I hope this helps. Keep it up. Good luck.